All right, folks, let's cut right to the chase. Jim Cramer, the guy you either love or hate, just dropped a bomb. He declared Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR, the best data analysis company in the world. Whoa, but is this just another Cramer hype train? Or is there real substance behind his bold claim? And more importantly, should you be betting your hard-earned cash on it? That's what we're diving into today. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. So, what happens when Jim Cramer, a man who moves markets with a single soundbite, gives a company like Palantir his blessing? First, expect to see a jump in Palantir's stock price. It's the Cramer bump in action. Retail investors, maybe some smaller institutional players, they jump on board, fueled by the fear of missing out. Existing shareholders? They're probably feeling pretty smug right now. But here's the thing. This surge could be temporary. It could be an overreaction. The stock could be overvalued. So, before you go all in, remember this. Cramer's endorsement is just one piece of the puzzle. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. What does Palantir actually do? They're not your average spreadsheet jockeys. We're talking about complex data integration, advanced analytics, and decision-making platforms. Think about sifting through mountains of data to find hidden patterns, predict future trends, and make critical decisions. That's Palantir's bread and butter. They work with governments, helping them track everything from terrorist threats to supply chain disruptions. They also work with big corporations, helping them optimize operations and gain a competitive edge. This is serious stuff, folks. But is it worth the hype? Now, Cramer called Palantir the Messi of AI. That's a pretty strong statement. But the AI landscape is crowded. We're talking about companies like C3.ai, DataRobot, and even the AI arms of tech giants like Google and Microsoft. Some analysts are suggesting that other AI stocks might offer higher returns in a shorter time frame. Are they right? Is Palantir's valuation justified compared to its competitors? This is where things get tricky. We need to look beyond the hype and dig into the financials. Are they growing fast enough to justify their price tag? Are they profitable? These are the questions we need to be asking. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Risk. Every investment carries risk, and Palantir is no exception. First, Cramer himself points out that Palantir has really smart people working there. That's great, but what happens if those smart people leave? The company's success could be heavily dependent on a small group of key individuals. Second, Palantir's technology is incredibly complex. This means potential challenges in development, integration with existing systems, and, crucially, security. A major data breach could be catastrophic. And finally, there's the ethical dimension. Palantir handles vast amounts of sensitive data. What safeguards are in place to prevent misuse? Are we comfortable with the potential for surveillance and algorithmic bias? Palantir's deep ties with government agencies are both a blessing and a curse. On the one hand, these contracts provide a stable revenue stream. On the other hand, they make Palantir vulnerable to political shifts and budget cuts. A change in administration or a shift in priorities could significantly impact their bottom line. And let's not forget the public perception aspect. Some people are uncomfortable with Palantir's work with government agencies, particularly in areas like law enforcement and immigration. This can create reputational risks and make it harder for them to attract talent or win new contracts. Cramer mentioned hedge fund sentiment as a positive indicator for Palantir. But here's the thing. Hedge funds are not always right. They have their own agendas, and their positions can change rapidly. Don't blindly follow the smart money. Do your own research and make your own decisions. Remember, hedge funds are playing a different game than you are. They have access to information and resources that you don't. What might be a smart move for them could be a disastrous move for you. Cramer's endorsement is a double-edged sword. It can boost the stock price in the short term, but it can also create a hype bubble that eventually bursts. If Cramer changes his mind, or if Palantir fails to meet expectations, the stock could take a nosedive. Don't get caught up in the frenzy. Stay grounded, stay rational, and don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Remember, past performance is not indicative of future results. And no one, not even Jim Cramer, can predict the future. Now, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something completely different: Aussie credit card debt. A recent report revealed that Australians racked up an insane amount of personal credit card debt over the holiday period. What does this have to do with Palantir? Well, it's a reminder that the broader economic climate can impact even the most promising companies. High levels of consumer debt can lead to an economic slowdown, which could affect Palantir's ability to win new contracts and grow its business. It's all interconnected, folks. The global economy is a complex web, and everything affects everything else. Let's circle back to the ethical dimension of Palantir's work. As a data analysis company, they wield immense power. They have the ability to influence decisions in areas like law enforcement, national security, and healthcare. But with great power comes great responsibility. We need to hold Palantir accountable for how its technology is used. We need to demand transparency and ensure that safeguards are in place to prevent misuse. The future of AI depends on our ability to develop and deploy it ethically. And that's a conversation we all need to be a part of. So, after all this, is Palantir a buy? That's a question only you can answer. Do your own research, weigh the risks and rewards, and make an informed decision. Don't blindly follow the advice of anyone, including Jim Cramer. Palantir is a fascinating company with a lot of potential, but it's not without its challenges. It's a high-risk, high-reward investment. If you're comfortable with that, and if you believe in the long-term potential of data analysis and AI, then Palantir might be worth considering. But remember, invest responsibly and never bet the farm. The world of data analysis and AI is changing rapidly. Palantir is just one piece of the puzzle. Stay informed, stay curious, and stay skeptical. Don't believe everything you hear, especially from talking heads on TV. Do your own digging, ask tough questions, and demand accountability. The future is in our hands. Let's make sure we shape it in a way that benefits everyone, not just a select few. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.